Hello artist, it is Thursday, July 9th. It's our 52nd day of making art together. Welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic morning and that you've gotten outside a little bit, or at least you've enjoyed your morning. It's a hot week this week, and I know that when it's this warm, it can be hard to stay motivated and to keep working on the things we hope to work on, but I hope that there's some way that you can stay motivated as well. Something I'm working on this week is staying positive. I'm working on attracting the things in my life that I want. So looking at a book called The Secret to kind of happiness, and how that what we put out in the universe is what we get back. So I'm trying to keep that in mind in my artwork and in my life on a daily basis, because that can be really, really difficult right now. So I'm trying to stay positive and stay focused and get so much done that I want to accomplish right now. I'm going to bring back my drawing from yesterday. Remember, I was working, if you saw me yesterday, tuned in yesterday, I was working with tracing paper. And I was really kind of having a lot of fun with tracing paper. So here's my little bird. And I worked on it for about an additional 20 minutes after I stopped filming. And I just wanted to show you what I ended up with, because it was a lot of fun. So I think probably the best way to do this is to tear it out. So let me tear it out quick. Put that aside. Okay, so I ended up with these two sheets. I ended up working with two sheets, but actually three in some sense. So here's the first sheet, and here's what I have for that. So it's very much an outline. And then this is really where my details came into play. In the second, or the bottom image, and I put in the yellow and some white in the breast of the bird, in the belly of the bird, and around the eyes. And then I flipped it over to the other side, and I put in the detail of his feet and the branch. So I love that idea of when I layer it. I wonder what happens when I do it this way. It changes it again. So I'm going to show you the different components, because I thought this was a lot of fun. I don't know, maybe this is not very exciting to you, but to me, I like that idea of playing with layers and effects. So there's my original, and then I like this idea of flipping it over, and I get a whole new image with the other pieces of this image being very faint in the background. So a lot of different ways to play with this bird. Now if I flip it again and put my most detailed part against the less detailed part, I wonder what happens then. Ooh, I kind of like that too. So a lot of different ways to play with the idea of tracing paper and the effects that it creates. I love that that layering effect, that some things are going to be subtle and some things are going to be detailed underneath. And I'm going to keep playing around with that idea. So if you want to do that too, that would be wonderful. Today, like I said yesterday, this week's theme is going to be paper. And so, what better than working with an old book? Now, some of you might be alarmed by that. You might not want to destroy or change or manipulate an old book. But I went in search of an old book just for this purpose. So I found this wonderful book called Grandmother's Secrets: The Ancient Rituals and Healing Power of Belly Dancing. So it's all about belly dancing, but what drew me to it was this Grandmother's Secrets, the title. And when I opened it up, because I was very interested in thinking about my grandmothers at that time, making art about them, when I opened it up, the first page said, "In the beginning there was a child." But that wasn't what drew me to this book. First, it was the Grandmother's Secrets. And then I flipped through the book, and I came to a page, and I hope that I can find it right now to show you. Yes, here it is. And this woman here looks exactly like my great-grandmother Florence. And I thought this book is meant for me. So I wanted to go ahead and manipulate the book and change it up. So I encourage you, if you have an old magazine, an old publication, an old book sitting around on your shelf, maybe a gift someone gave you and you were thinking about giving it away or throwing it out, see if you can transform the book. So I started working on this book. I cut some things out. This one says, a woman is the guardian and hostess of the earth. As the bearer of life, she stands closest to birth and death, thus closest to life and to the earth. This linking itself is a woman's true space. So I left some of the things. This, how it all began, was there, and then I created art around it, and I added Once Upon a Time. So I really thought this would tell the story of my grandmother. Here you can see I created a Vincent van Gogh-like image. I was thinking of a starry night, so I created that there on this blank page. And then, of course, I made art around some of the words. Then I just wanted to transform some of the pages, and I had a lot of fun with this because at the time I was really into Miro, Joan Miro, and I still am, but I thought that was a lot of fun. But then I wanted to also keep the integrity of the pages. So as I did with these two women, the one that looked like my great-grandmother Florence and this woman here, I only added color to the image. So I had a great deal of fun with that. There's another one. Oh, there are a couple more. So this one, the woman looked just like that, and I just added color to the page, color to the image. And this one was very fun. So this little girl, she's dancing. She has a petticoat on under her skirt, and all I did was add color. I didn't change the image, I just added color to that black and white image, and it was a great deal of fun. So if you have an old paperback with images in it and you'd like to give that a try, please do. So today I'm going to combine the art of altering a book with the idea of layering and going back to the tissue paper. So maybe you don't want to transform a book, but you've got a favorite book you'd like to work with. So here's an idea. So I take my tracing paper. I'm going to fold my, I think this is, I'm sure it's Edward Degas and his ballerinas. And there's a ballerina in the corner with her head against the wall. I'm not sure what's happening here. She's frustrated or giving up or tired or maybe sad. Whatever it is, I can tell she's not real happy. And it is Degas. I see a signature at the bottom of the page. Fantastic artist, and so much of his art was focused on ballerinas. Okay, so this page would fit right in there. I'm just going to give you an example. My book doesn't want to cooperate with me, so I'm just going to open up the book, put that in there, and then I can take my tracing paper and create a new page for my book that I could put in there. So I'm going to set my book aside, and I'm going to work with these ballerinas. It's pretty bright in Tabor Studio this morning, so I'm having a really hard time seeing these images really clearly. So I'm going to first work with pencil, and like yesterday when I traced, it was really kind of random and not perfect by any means. So this will let me add to my altered book without having to really alter that book. Without having to change it, I can add pieces of my own art to that story, Grandmother's Secrets. Okay, so I've got one ballerina in there, and I'm going to go put this ballerina here in the corner who has her back to us, the one that's frustrated or sad or giving up, whatever it is that she's feeling. I'm going to put some of the wall in there. What I love about her is she's still very much, she has not forgotten that she is a ballerina, and she's very much in a ballet pose. Okay, so now that I have some lines in there, some really simple lines, I can go in with my Sharpie if I want, when I do, because I want to be able to want to be able to work with these. And I can't always see the line. In pencil, especially on something as light as this tracing paper. So you can see my lines are really, really rough. And that's what I'm going for today in this. Then I'm going to add, I like the use of the colored pencil because the colored pencil was really subtle and yet gave me that pop of color. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go back into this with colored pencil or oil pastel. But I'm going to work on this, and then I'm going to take this page, now that I've got it started, bring back my book, and lay my dancers over top of the words. I might even find a page that speaks about ballet. If there is such a page in this book, I'm not sure that there is, but there certainly could be if it talks about other forms of dancing. And I'm going to make this very colorful so that when I lay it over, this transfer over top of the page, it adds a quality to my altered book. Okay? So I hope you will do the same or do some sketching today in your sketchbook. Have a great day, and we'll be back here tomorrow for more paper art making. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.